Yeah, but we're going to have the activities ongoing. Just like we only have within the year, we are going to have rainy season, dry season, and it has always been in alternate form like that. Next year, you still have the same, and till God keeps us alive, we witness it. So, the same thing happens. And when you have that, what you are having here, gradually you will chipping up, you will chipping up until you get to a situation where this thing is completely out of. So if it goes off, if this one is off, the principle of superposition is no more effective here. That is it. That is the essence of that provision. Because it has been altered. This is what originally you had. ABC. This is ABC. But we are having in the reverse order here. CBA. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
So that is the interpretation of the superposition. And I mentioned there that the only way you can reverse this is by integrating it with other principles of stratigraphy. And the only principle that is applicable to this one is the flora and fauna succession. And what is that principle? What is the first principle?
States that only works that you definitely and determine
You okay. You why reading it? You are still making it. Anyway, let's not at least you have told us that time that we are wasted. So it always was waiting for that in a definite and without order. And I liken that one to the evolutionary theory. I will look at from the evolution very point of view. You see organisms evolving from the simple to complex. It's from simple to complex. And systematically in that all these things, you are just taking on back, feeling that you're doing this. The laboring the I said from that ancient that the plants, the animal, will always evolve at a particular period of time and they go into extinction. As they are going to extinction, another one will come. Meaning that during the time of their existence, we are going to see something like that very soon. They have a period of time they occupy. I'm not sure if Dr. Bankole has mentioned to you an index fossil.
Yes.
Eh? Have you heard of index fossil before? Have you heard of index fossil before? You know, they are not talking. So what is an index fossil?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is an index fossil?
It's works of feeding the sheep.
Hmm?
Very particles are feed.
Hmm. See, it's not all fossils you have that can be used in dating. The fossils that are used essentially in dating are called these index fossils. And what makes them dating? They come at a very short time. That's that lifespan is very, very short. However, they are widespread, meaning that they are regional. So a fossil that is local, you don't use it in dating. Let's just say a fossil that is exclusively within University of Lagos can only be used within here. But you are having a fossil that spreads as far as Togo, Ghana, Sierra Leone, even outside of Europe. These are the index fossils. So you can do correlation. We may still going to mention that one. You can do correlation. So you can tie an event that has taken place in Nigeria can actually be viewed with an event going on in other parts of the world. So it is the internet policy that can give you such a precise illustration. Because as you have it here, you have it in other parts of the world. Look at the ice age. That age covered virtually the entire world surface. So events, obviously that took place in during that period that are embedded during that period and are widespread, they are referred to as single. Do you understand that? So now, when you are not looking at all these records, when you are looking at such record, based on that flora and fauna succession, you know that from your knowledge of geological time scale, you can use the value. You know how many subdivisions do you have? That's phenomenon now, phenomenal subdivision. How many? Do you understand what I mean by phenomenon?
No, sir.
Your geological time scale. You have this is phenomenon.
Okay. No.
And how many rows do you have?
Oh,
Eh?
Abi?
No, if you are sure, tell me, I want to know. Where? How many rows? Where? Oh, yeah.
There's no
Namely,
there's no like separate.
talk
Yeah.
now.
And
You said five. Okay, what are this one? I said the row, the number of rows.
but they are different. Abu,
Anyway, all right, don't worry. Let me just pass the music. I can't provide anything. I can only say what I can say within the specified time. What I'm saying first is that, let's say, within the Proterozoic, we have subdivisions there. So how many subdivisions do we have within the Proterozoic? Huh? Huh? Okay. Let me.
Paleozoic.
Now, you post it. Then you are dating your sediments. Each of those rows that you have mentioned, they are characterized by a definite fossil type. So the one that is for Silurian, for instance, or the primary mentioned, right? You are looking at it. You see that of Pennsylvania, that within that column you are looking at, you see that of Livonia, and suddenly you are seeing KB. What does that mean?
There's a gap.
Yeah?
There's a gap in
There is what?
a gap.
There's a gap. There is a missing gap. There is a missing gap. And that missing is what that is referred to as loss in stratigraphic column or loss of geological record, otherwise referred to as unconformity. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is that understood?
Yes.
Yeah. So last week we considered in looking at all those principles and we were to look at the geological records. Or historical geology. So let's look at that geological history, making use of the principle of flora and fauna succession. We have defined that, and it's defined as groups of fossils of animals and plants will occur in a definite and determinable order, and when you see them within that color, the geological time can be recognized by its characteristic forces. Characteristic forces, that's what we just mentioned. Now. The forces you have in the Cambrian will be different from the Silurian, will be different from the Devonian, Permian, and on like that. So the onus is on you to know the ones that are peculiar to each other and every one of them. So forces again are referred to are remains of ancient organisms. They are referred to as forces of the remains of ancient organisms. And as mentioned, they can be for plants, they can be for animals. Uh, have you been told what a fossilization here means? Uh,
Yes.
so what is fossilization?
Yes.
Like when an organism, when you get an organism is kind of like through the
It's not right.
Process of creating fossils.
That is not right.
So, process by which fossils are formed. Process by which fossils are formed.
From?
Created.
Eh?
Created.
Is that fossilization? No. Preserve is the preservation
Okay.
of fossils. It's the process of fossil preservation. They are formed already. But if they are not preserved, you may not likely find them within the rock unit. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
So these are we have different fossilization types. Please look, make sure you read and you read to understand. Want to you have the what's it called uh, the course material already, and I'm not going to talk much about what we have done because they are quite self-explanatory. But there is a slide there where you have the forces. What number? What is the number there?
30.
30. All right. So look at that image very well. If you look at it, you will discover that the fossils that dotted the first two layers, okay, maybe partly to the third layer, you
Yes,
will
sir.
not see it again.
Yes, sir.
Look at it very well. I mean, where's your where's your where is your home? Are you using the phone? So why don't you have it on your phone? Eh? Why is it not on your phone? I'm going to have problems with this class. If you are not serious at all, you're not serious. Depression is very bad. I sent you the course material for a purpose. I could have as well choose not to send it. But I sent it that you have a knowledge of what I'm going to say. Beyond that, you would have acquired knowledge and even update what you are having there. You leverage on what you have there. And that's the more reason I've asked several questions here today. Lord knows, not up to 10% response that are satisfactory. It's not that. You don't have any business to be here other than to do, to study. That's why you are called student. Was anything other than that, then you are not supposed to be within the 4 walls of university. That is a simple logic. I'm talking to you as I'm talking to my children. I moved enough to give back to the oldest here. So whatever I'm telling you, I'm saying it with all sense of responsibility. You want to go far in your career, you must be seriously disciplined. Discipline is the hallmark of life. Spiritually, if you are not disciplined, your spiritual life is being tattered. Academically, if you are not disciplined, forget it. And every part of life, discipline is all you need. That is the thing. That is the truth. If you are not, even if you don't be an atheist, you take a very serious discipline to be an atheist. That is somebody that doesn't believe in God. Not to talk of somebody who say who claims to be, oh, I'm a child of God, and there you are not there. It's not right. And it makes my heart to bleed when I see students when what you are here for, your primary reason of being here is to read. It's not everybody that has a second chance. I met that was today about a session ago. I went to a class at what's it called? Computer science there. At the topmost floor. As I'm about to enter that hall, I met a lady. She sat there and she was reading. Without seriously, it was just maybe second or third week into the semester. I saw her when I was going. I saw her when I was coming out again, seated there, reading with every seriousness together. Then I couldn't help. I said, "Okay, come. What level are you?" I was shocked. She said, 100 level. I said, "Wow, how come you are reading this much?" He said, "Yes, I've set a record for myself." I said, "What is your record?" He said, "The record is to make first class." But committed her. You don't have a goal, forget it. This life is not a, it's never. You can't gamble with life. It's not possible. You must set a record and you follow. If you want to be the best in your level, this is not anyway. Level is equally relative because I've not seen a star here. I've not seen it. I stand to be corrected, and you are the one that will correct it. There are a lot of stars here, oh, but it's not by word, but by action. If I ask a question and you are not forthcoming, then I will not regard you as somebody that is sound. And the list of questions I can ever ask is what I'm asking here. So if you have found one thing, how much more when you're under examination condition? That means there's going. Yes, anybody here that knows Dr. Patola? Have you met Dr. Patola here? He was in my office some hours ago, and he came to brief me about two of the courses we taught together. That's in the school. You can imagine in an exam, where more than 60 something percent failed. More than 60 something percent failed in an exam. And I said, all right, what do we do? He said, sir, for the sake of our own health, maybe we should find a way to upgrade this course. I said, upgrade to what? Even if it is 40. However, that sees his transcript later in life, you know that the 40, somebody carry 40 around, much should not be expected of him or her. They're not. I know that. I said, but that shouldn't be. Where you see somebody scoring 5.0 out of 5.0, and there you are now seeing, so you are now padding some people. No, it's not the best. Two disciplines that requires totality of any student in life be confirmed within the university system. Two, the first one is geosciences, the second one is medicine. You see any geoscience student that is always talking, it's worse than infidel. Because you must always be pensive, thinking, ruminating about what you have been taught. Is yes. Knowledge supposed to be carved. But the more you talk, the more it fizzles out. But when you are pensive, you're always thinking, you're always ruminating over it. Anytime you are tagged with that thinking, what is this you say? What is this you say? At your fingertips, they're supposed to rest this resident there. That is it. 100 level. I beg. Please sit down and recalibrate yourself. You really want to stay here. Somebody with a 2-1, hardly, in fact, first class, hardly finds job in Nigeria now. Not to talk of 2-2, third class. I have mercy. So, this is what led to the rhetorics now. You are carrying some bigger phones all around. But all what you can find there is TikTok. It has nothing to do with what will benefit your life. Then you misplace mental authority. That is what is not. So, for those of you who have the material, look at it critically. Look at the sequence of those forces using the principle of fauna procession. So, you see those forces there, they are listed in front of that image. That is to the right. You have the oldest, you have the youngest. So, yes, maybe until when you get to 200 level, you may not appreciate the identification of those forces. What they are called the macro forces. The oldest there is called the tribal. The youngest there is called the bible. So the later, those of you that are picnickers here are going to the picnic. If you get to the Victoria Beach, not mistaken, they are still there. You are going to sell those people. They have them on display there. They are selling them. They are marine type of fishes. So you can see. So that is what the Flora and Fauna Association is telling you. So within the sequence like that, you can easily see this particular layer is older than this layer based on that sequence. I mean, but at times, you may see a younger fossil resident within an older bed. A very young fossil now resident within a but that is not natural. They are more or less artificial. And one of the reasons why you have such is when you have a fault. If you have a fault is a pathway, and the fault then it cuts across from the top to the bottom. Peradventure, there is leaching as a result of water. maybe terrestrial rainfall. It removes that fossil and it washes it down up to where it is cooked and it's no more moving. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you can equally see something like that. But it's not, if you are very observant, it will not be difficult for you to discriminate because within that same column where you found it,
Yeah.
if you look at others there, you are going to discover that it's an odd one out. That is one. Secondly, during drilling, when you are drilling for oil, the drilling bit can pick a younger fossil from the younger layer and deposit it within the older one. So these are few cases where you can have some abnormalities. But as I said, you can easily resolve them by looking at the generality of the fossils around that place. Any question as far as that is concerned? Is there any question?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
Okay.
So the next slide, let's look at the next slide. I talked about correlation earlier. Correlation. So the method of relating raw units from one locality to another is called correlation. Compare. I said we make use of. We talked about index fossil earlier, and I said index fossil must be very short in lifespan and but very widespread in coverage. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So when you look at you are using those index fossil, you are seeing it in borehole A, and the borehole A now is drilled here in Nigeria. And then you are seeing that same fossil in another borehole that is drilled in Togo. Right? What does that tell you? You find a layer here containing a fossil, that's borehole here in Nigeria, and then you have another borehole, maybe borehole X in Togo, having that same fossil. How do you interpret that? Huh? How do you interpret that? What will you say? No. I said this I understand questions very well. So I said there is a borehole in Nigeria. This is the borehole drilled in Nigeria. And the borehole is A. There is a layer here containing a fossil, let's say fossil 2. Then in Togo, another borehole is drilled here. Maybe you have a 3, 4 layers. This particular layer is bearing that same fossil name type. And then maybe they decide to call it X. So what do you say about these 2 layers?
Those two letters were like formed at the same time.
They are deposited at the same time, meaning that they have the same age. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
That is correlation. And but the correlation you have done is based on fossil. At times, you may use the lithological type to correlate. Is that understood? You can use lithological types to correlate. Let's see. You have 3 layers here. You have 3 layers here.
Yes, sir.
Right? Layer A is limestone. Layer B is sandstone. Layer C is shale. Right?
Yes, sir.
Layer
D.
what's it called? Layer X, I mean, let's say the first layer here. Let's say it's man, right? Or let's say this one's number. Let's say it's conglomerate. And then this one is man. And then you have this one to the shade. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
If you look at it, layer 1 and layer 1 here, are they correlatable? Layer 2 here, are they correlatable?
No, sir.
Layer 3 and layer 3 here, are they correlatable?
Yes.
That is the thing. So you can only correlate this one and this. So the possibility is there that these and these were deposited at the same time. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, the question could be, okay, where are these ones? Where are these ones? Is that understood? So the answer probably would be a consequence of unconformity. Then there can be an unconformity here, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
has eroded this one. If this one were to be older, right? And it could be that the unconformity is there that has eroded this one if that one is were to be older. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So the method of relating raw units from one locality to another is called correlation. One way of correlation is to recognize the rock type or rock sequence at two locations. That is what we have just done. Another way of correlation is to use forces, and that is what we first did. A basic understanding of forces is that forces organisms succeed one another in a definite and determinable order, and therefore a time period can be recognized by its forces content. Just as I said earlier, an index force has its own lifespan, very short and widespread in coverage. Is that understood? So if let's say force organism A existed and has gone into extinction, it will never reoccur again. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
An organism that once existed and gone into extinction will never reoccur again. And that is the reason why you can use them in correlation. And you have heard of dinosaurs before. Are you still hearing about living dinosaurs again?
No.
So that is it. It has gone, and gone forever. Is that understood? So go to the next slide here. You see all those the kind of illustration we did earlier. You see three words doing there were A, B, C, and they are illustrated to your right by their different little units. Is that understood? So you will discover that the when A is having more of layers, followed by B, then followed by C. Hence, A and B, most of their layers are correlatable, but C, C, they're having some layers, I mean, in A and B that cannot be tied to layers you have in C. Have you seen them? You
Yes,
see,
sir.
right? Look at limestone, for instance. Rufus limestone. Have you seen Rufus limestone?
Yes.
It's in A, it's in B, but it's missing in C. So that is it. And to your right, you now see a signature there. A isolated signature. What is written there?
Unconformity.
So that is the reason why you do not see there. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
So let's go to the next one. The ones we first saw, they are boreholes. The next one are their outcrops. You know the difference between an outcrop and the sequences generated from borehole. One is subsurface, the other one is superficial. One is subsurface at the underneath your feet, whereas the outcrop is the one you can see, even maybe exposed by road cause or just spring up by nature. Anybody from Kogi State here? From Lokoja? Anybody from Lokoja here? Anybody from Lokoja here? You're not denying your. If I say anybody from Ikoyi now, or from Banana Island. And by your posture, we shall know them. It's true. It's true. You see somebody from Ogodoni here who is claiming to be from Banana Island, won't you know? Yeah? You surely know. So look at actor A, look at actor B. Actor A and actor B. Actor A, actor A. How many limestone do you have there? Yeah? Do you know actor A? Do you know what a limestone is?
It's
You
not
just saw Lucas limestone now, at least.
okay.
Have you seen that limestone there?
Yes, sir.
Look at actor B.
Okay. This is it. Yeah. There's no limestone in our country.
Look at actor B.
Yes, sir.
Is there any limestone there?
No.
There is a limestone.
Well, which one is it? Limestone is
There is
this one
limestone.
now. Out of the
Have you seen the limestone?
no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Out
The
of
limestone
the
is the second layer from the base.
this one.
It's the second layer from the base. Have you seen it?
Oh,
Yes, that's it.
this one.
This is it. This is your limestone. However, the limestone in natural A and natural B, are they the same? Huh?
No.
What is different? Huh? You will see that at the limestone in natural B, it has patches like stain. But for B,
This
it's
one
plain.
and this one. Okay. Okay.
So, I
This
said
one
I
is
will
staying
only stay for till 4,
for
till 5, 10 minutes to 5. But I need to attend to something else. Okay, this is for you. Online. Not online. Yeah. Yes. So please, oh, where is your
inside.
video? Yes. What are the ones maybe you get it from Abra. You have the admission of the attendance now. Okay. I don't want to just from there. The one you are generating today is just so, I am